The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
So it's low-hanging fruit, like picking on a slow kid, excuse me, a Disney Star Wars fan, to dunk on Shang-Chi. So everyone has been waiting for a Marvel movie to fail since the MCU was formed. Everyone was curious as to what would happen if one of these films just outright failed in the lead up to the Avengers. Well, we have no Avengers films, or direction for that matter, but we're about to see what's going to happen when a giant falls. Hello, Marvel. It's your Uncle Bingo. Time to pay the check. Last week, we covered Shang-Chi's lead actor putting his foot in his mouth about no Asian superheroes, but this week we're covering even worse news. Failure isn't a word Marvel knows the meaning of. If you're watching Marvel, a failure is a state or condition of not meeting a desirable or intended objective and may be viewed as the opposite of a success. A quick look at the MCU box office history and we're not seeing any failures. Even Captain Marvel, a failure in honesty, was a success. Now, you might say many things, but if you think Shang-Chi is about to join the club for successful Marvel films, you'd be wrong. Box office tracking website Box Office Pro predicted earlier this month that Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is only expected to have an opening weekend between $35 and $55 million. If this prediction holds, Shang-Chi will have the worst opening weekend in the Marvel Cinematic Universe ever. The current holder of that title is Universal's The Incredible Hulk, starring Edward Norton and Liv Tyler, that was released back in 2008. The Incredible Hulk had an opening weekend of $55 million. However, if you factor in inflation, it would be $70 million in 2021 dollars. Not only is Shang-Chi predicted to have the worst opening weekend in Marvel Cinematic Universe history, it is predicted to be the worst performing MCU film at the domestic box office for its entire run in theaters. Box Office Pro predicts the film will earn between $100 million and $165 million. Looking at the top end, if Shang-Chi earns $165 million, the only film it would best would be The Incredible Hulk, which grossed $134.8 million at the domestic box office. However, if you factor in inflation, it gets handily beaten as Incredible Hulk's gross in today's dollars would be $170 million. As for why Shang-Chi's opening weekend and total gross numbers are so poor, Box Office Pro claims one of the main factors is a rise in severe virus cases and hospitalization among unvaccinated population. However, blaming the pandemic doesn't really make sense when the CEO of Live Nation is claiming that the live concert ticket sales are being sold out faster than ever. CEO Michael Rapino said during the company's first quarter financial call in May, fans are buying tickets and events are selling out faster than ever. He added, "We're just seeing demand beyond any other historic moment." He proceeded to point to Garth Brooks, saying, "Garth Brooks just this morning broke every Ticketmaster record." Deadline reports Brooks sold over 50,000 tickets in less than 30 minutes for his upcoming concert at Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City, Utah. The concert took place in July. Virginia Tech Athletics just reported that Hokies' opening game against North Carolina in Blacksburg has been sold out. The home of the Hokie Stadium holds 66,233 people. Fox Sports notes Dover Motorsports reported the recent NASCAR race in Nashville Superspeedway sold out all 38,000 seats. On top of that, Black Widow opened just shy of 2 months ago in theaters and it had an opening weekend of $80 million. That was good for the sixth worst opening in Marvel Cinematic Universe history. Still, it outperformed Ant-Man and the Wasp, Thor, Ant-Man, Captain America the First Avenger, and The Incredible Hulk. However, it would end up as the fifth worst MCU film on the domestic gross total. It only beat Thor, Ant-Man, Captain America the First Avenger, and The Incredible Hulk. If you factor in inflation, the only film it beat was The Incredible Hulk. So at this point, it looks like Shang-Chi is going to be the opposite of success too. Hey look, a parallel. I saw this one coming a mile away. Stevie Wonder told me to duck. Making a superhero film based on a superhero very few people know after a decade of recognizable heroes is a recipe for failure. It's like Aunt May's wheat cakes, but who likes Aunt May for her cooking?
I do. Shut up.
You don't care about Shang-Chi, I don't care about Shang-Chi, but what I do care about is the precedent this will set for Marvel. They're in the middle of making a few superficially bold choices, but a stinker like this that's going to be followed up by the absolute worst thing ever, the Eternals, is going to hurt an already cash-strapped company who's in the middle of getting sued for ripping off an Avenger. That woman sacrificed herself to save reality and you're going to stiff her? I mean, we would all love to, but treat your people right, Marvel. Things can't get worse, but they can become more embarrassing. I caught a new trailer on TV the other day, and it starts with Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America. Yeah, they need those guys to get people to realize that this Asian guy in a generic outfit is part of the same universe as Iron Man. Hopefully that'll sell tickets. It worked for Spider-Man Homecoming. No one gave a shit about Spider-Man before that. Now he's the biggest thing out there thanks to Iron Man. Thank you, Mr. Stark. Your sidekick is making the world a better place, one catastrophic mistake after another. Back to Shang-Chi. Sorry, we can talk about anything else if you'd like. Wisconsin legislature or dairy farms. What are things more exciting than Shang-Chi for 500, Alex?
Yes.
Shang-Chi doesn't have a big place in Marvel history. He's not an Avenger. He's not that cool. He's just a very corporate choice to have an Asian superhero so no one calls them racist. Or they're trying to sell to China. Oh, that Disney. Always trying to sneak one over on the Chinese. Pretty sneaky, Disney. Thought we wouldn't notice. But we did. So did they. No Shang-Chi in China? Oh well, if you can't tell by my tone, my apathy is reaching new levels with Shang-Chi. But at the same time, this one looks like 15 action films ran a train on Piper Perry and she squirted this one out. Interesting visual. Much more interesting than Shang-Chi. You're welcome. What I've been trying to say for the last few minutes is, it was our dream to see these epic events play out on screen. Shang-Chi just isn't a part of it all. Not an Avenger, not a West Coast Avenger, not even a Great Lakes Avenger. And that's the problem. Because yes, this is the MCU, but all roads lead to the Avengers. They are no more. And neither is the future of the MCU. So folks, what do you think about this? Predicted to have the worst opening ever. Well, in moments like this, I like to think on the wisdom of one Homer J. Simpson, and the J stands for J-A-Y. This isn't going to be the worst Marvel opening of all time. It's going to be the worst Marvel opening of all time so far. Because goddammit, the Eternals. Oh, I haven't even made the video on that. I need to. I've been busy with the fulfillment and taking care of business with this comic book. But you know what? I'll still make the damn Eternals video because that is an exercise in lazy, bad, corporate... Wait for that video. We gotta worry about Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is the belle of the ball right now, and his bullshit's about to launch, what? Okay, Google. When does Shang-Chi release?
In the United States of America, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings will be released on Friday.
Oh. Well, I don't care that much, but maybe... Okay, we'll review it for the channel. So folks, thank you for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you could do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button and make sure you're subscribed to this channel with your bell notification turned on to all, because you'll get notifications for all of our new content. We're getting close to October, which is Schlocktoberfest season. We have all sorts of things in the hopper, but you won't know about any of those unless you're subscribed. So I'm going to get out of here, folks. I got another one of these videos I'm working on right now. Come back for that next time. So until then, folks, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.